The City Council has passed a package of police reforms today as daily protests enter their fourth week. CBS 2's Allie Bauman live for us in Washington Square Park tonight. Allie.
Well, Christine, this legislation addresses police misconduct, transparency, and discipline. But if the City Council thinks it's enough to stop the daily protests, they're mistaken, because it does not address the protesters' top priority, which is cutting the NYPD's $6 billion budget.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Waving flags and filling avenues, protesters take to the streets Thursday, the 22nd consecutive day of demonstrations against police brutality. They say reforms from lawmakers this week are nice, but they're still fighting for bigger changes.
That's the crumbs that they're trying to give us. We don't want crumbs, we want the whole cake.
These 3 weeks of unrest caused the City Council to fast-track a package of police reforms, which they voted to pass Thursday. Among them, a requirement for officers to show their badge numbers, which council members say some cops were hiding during protests. The NYPD maintains black bands were worn to mourn officers lost to COVID-19. The legislation also codifies a person's right to record officers from a safe distance, and a disciplinary matrix will be created to make it clear what the consequences are for certain offenses.
There's a lack of transparency, accountability, and fairness that pervades the New York City Police Department, and it encourages a culture of brutality and abuse.
The package includes a requirement for the NYPD to publicly disclose information on its surveillance technology tools and how they're used. The Detectives Union opposes this, arguing it could put members' safety at risk.
The City Council is asking to put that equipment out for the criminal element to know and to obstruct in the undercover operations done every day by New York City police detectives.
The council reforms also criminalize the use of chokeholds, with a ban that goes even further than the one passed by the state.
It prohibits an officer from sitting, kneeling, or standing on a suspect's chest or back in the course of affecting an arrest.
I want to be able to bring life into this world without being shot dead, but we're saying that they got new rules, like that's supposed to do something.
And the city's budget is due in 2 weeks, and the council is looking to cut $1 billion from the NYPD's funding. That's a stark contrast to how they responded in 2014 after Eric Garner's death, when the council voted to add police to the streets. We're live from Washington Square Park. Allie Bauman, CBS 2 News.